let's go to the playoffs. Sunday, great. Bengals, Chiefs, A-dubs. What are you seeing here?
Oh my gosh. I just hope the games this weekend are like half as good.
It was unbelievable.
Last weekend.
Right?
It was freaking unbelievable. I like each game, like, wow, like that'll be the best game of the weekend. And then it just kept getting better and better and better. I'm going Chiefs though. I don't know.
Too.
I just like the Mahomes magic. They're home. Like they're just special, man. They find a way. I love Joe Burrow and I'm super stoked for the success he's had in the city of Cincinnati, but I'm going Chiefs.
When you were working at ESPN, you covered Burrow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in his 1 year at LSU. It's crazy, man. Like you knew he was talented, but what he was able to do in that system in that 1 year and the way he exploded onto the scene and obviously made himself a ton of money and opened up a lot of scouts' eyes. I still didn't think like it would translate this quickly to the NFL. I mean, I didn't know, right? Like, I don't think any of us knew. It was such a small sample size. He's special. He's got it. But, like Urban, the Ohio State guys, they all said that too. Like they knew he was really, really a great quarterback. But I just didn't think we had seen enough to really project kind of what he would do at the next level. He's been phenomenal.
One thing I like about him, and this is weird, I never thought to do this in college, and I'm so pissed that I did. And I never smoked a cigar in the locker room.
It's such a badass move, isn't it?
Right? I never, like, I always try to equate, what would Coach Knight have done if after beating Purdue, I just lit up a stogie? And
what do you think he would have done?
I think he would have laughed at first and held it against me for the next time we lost. Hey, Dakich, you gonna light a stogie here?
Yeah.
Hey,
right.
I think that's what he would have done. If my players would have done it, depending on the player, I'd have laughed my ass off and lit one up with him. Like I was a prick and all that stuff, but I would have been like, Stace, man, let's go. I'm in. We beat Toledo. I think he would have light him up. I don't care.
It's such a boss move.
It is.
I can't do the cigar thing. But sometimes I wish I could because like I had a friend in Fort Lauderdale, a good friend of mine, and she loved stogies. Like she legitimately loved to smoke a cigar, and she looked like such a badass bee when she'd be smoking that cigar with the boys. I'm like, you're so much cooler. I'd be like, oh, yeah, like coughing up a lung, but they up your cool factor for sure. And I could use every bit of that help I can get.
This is a Dakich family tradition on when we go to Naples now all of a sudden for Lee's like, we're going to Florida. So we go to Naples and then we end up going to this place called Burn, which is a cigar bar, like on the 23rd or the 24th of December. And I mean, Lee walks in and she marches right back to the cigar room. I walk in, march right back. We get there early enough because we're old. So we get there like for the blue plate special at the cigar bar, right? And she's sitting there with a stogie, glass of wine. I'm sitting there, my son, and everybody's sitting there with stogie. We think we're bad. We think we're in the mafia. We're badass.
You feel like it. It's awesome. There was a great cigar bar in Fort Lauderdale too that we would go hang out in. But the only problem is when you leave. Because then the only problem is
the next morning.
So bad. Yeah, the next morning. And then just the smell, like you stink like a cigar bar for at least 2 showers afterwards.
Right. And at the end of the day, I would imagine. Let me tell you something. You win a national champion, you can smoke whatever the hell you want. I don't care.
I mean, Alabama does it when they beat Tennessee. Like that's their whole tradition. I mean,
I was there, and I brought cigars, and typical me, Lee and I were there. And I forgot to bring them. My daughter, and everybody starts lighting up in the place with about 2 minutes to go. It's fogging up. Awesome. I want to go every year. All right. So you got the Chiefs. I do too. 49ers. Let me ask you a question because I'm asking this today. Let me go back to the Chiefs game. If you and I were just sitting around and I said, hey, all right, let's bet $100. I'm going to take the Chiefs. You got the Bengals without Vegas involved. How many points would you need to feel comfortable taking the Bengals against the Chiefs?
9.5.
Is that right? Wow. Yeah. I mean, you could say 1,000, right? But yeah. 9.5. I was going to say, I was going to say at least 7.5.
Yeah. right in
Two
there.
scores. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I thought. All right, 49ers, Rams. What are you thinking?
Oh man, I don't know on this one. I go back and forth. I think I'm gonna go Rams just because they were kind of my team in the beginning, and I'm like, this is a total sentimental. This has nothing to do with football. I think I'm just gonna go Rams again. Like they're at home. Matthew Stafford, I'm pulling for after the years he suffered through in Detroit, and yeah, I think I'm going Rams. Oh, I don't like it, but I do. I think I'm going. And then again, it's like, how crazy would that be? Back-to-back years, you've got the team hosting the Super Bowl in it, potentially win it. I'm going Rams.
How many points, if I gave you the 49ers and I had the Rams, how many points would you need to make that a fair bet?
I mean, I think it's going to be a one-score game. I really
I
do.
do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
So I would not bet that game. I don't bet, period, but I would not bet that game.
I bet on what kind of shoes my wife's going to wear in the morning, but that's just me.